Hello, assalamu alaikum. My name is Jul-DAY and I'm gonna actually remake my video. So last week I posted an about me video or an introduction video which explains who I am, but I had to take that video down because after I edit it, you can only see like from my nose down. So I was like, this looks really bad. I don't want people to keep watching like the video after it's so poorly like recorded. So I'm gonna start another video. So my name is Jul-DAY, but it's actually pronounced Julde, and Julde is a Fulani name which means day of prayer. So for many people who may not know, my dad is an African American, and his history, well, his family history has been in the United States since slavery through the Jim Crow era, segregation and integration. My dad was born and raised a Southern Baptist, but when he was a teenager and he graduated high school, he became a Muslim. He converted to Islam. My mom is an West African from Sierra Leone, and her ethnic group is the Fulani tribe. So when when my parents had me, they named me Julde because my dad especially wanted me to have an African ethnic name, and Julde means day of prayer in Fulani or Eid. So the root of my name, Julde, has that prayer, kind of like that prayer theme to it, because in Fulani, Juldo means a Muslim person or somebody who submits to God, a praying person, and Julbe means a group of Muslims or a group of people who submit their will to Allah. So currently right now, I am an undergrad student at a city university of New York, also abbreviated as CUNY, and I'm studying business administration. My concentration is marketing. My minor is health service administration. So right now in my college, I'm the secretary of the Muslim Women Leadership Club. My part-time job is a receptionist where I'm on call to different companies. So wherever a manager needs me, whether it's a law office or a medical office, I am on call to go to do receptionist duties, which is pick up phone calls, send emails, schedule appointments, and stuff like that. And I build relationships with those companies and managers. One of the reasons why I decided to go on social media is kind of like a frustration of how I've been mistreated as an American Muslim. So usually I don't even like to do stuff like this, like you know, public speaking stuff or like talking, but I had to like develop that ability because I'm like, you know what, I'm so passionate about making a difference when it comes to the treatment of American Muslims, because I've been treated so badly, and that's why I don't know if some people may know, but if you are watching the video right now, that's why I was inspired to write my memoir, is because of some of the stuff that I went through. What else? Oh, I'm married. So right now I am married. And I have a child, which is about to turn 2 years old. And some of the stuff that I will talk about on these videos are situations that American Muslims go through, because that's my priority. There is some situations that happens to Muslims around the world. Sometimes I will talk about those situations, but most of what I will discuss is what American Muslims go through, because a lot of my research that I've been doing recently has been about American Muslims. So I'm gonna tell you about some of the stuff that I've been researching. So in the summer of 2016 in Queens, New York, an imam and his assistant was killed. This happened in Ozone Park. And for the longest time, the NYPD didn't want to call it a hate crime. So many people in that community, in the Ozone Park community, walked in the streets, protesting and stuff like that to get the NYPD to call that a hate crime. And I feel like the reason why maybe the NYPD didn't want to call that crime against the imam and his assistant a hate crime is just because it is Muslim individuals. That same year, the fall of 2016, a Scottish tourist came to New York, and she's of Muslim faith, and she was set on fire. And the law enforcement, NYPD, didn't want to call it a hate crime. April 3rd, 2018, somewhere in the UK, somebody invented this holiday called Punish a Muslim Day. And eventually, even though that started in the UK, it reached the United States through social media. And one of the things that was scary about this Punish a Muslim Day thing is in the UK, whoever was awarding points for whatever you do to Muslims. So one of the things that you're gonna realize, I am gonna talk a lot about the research that I found about American Muslims because that's my priority and that's my concern. But then sometimes I will talk about the adversities that other groups may face, like in the United States, because of discrimination. So I'm actually very much against discrimination just because I have this unique identity of being a woman, African American, and Muslim. And all three of those identities have somehow suffered under discrimination. So I'm very much against discrimination. And I will have some inspirational messages and stuff like that because even though I have struggled through being African American, Muslim, and woman, I don't want people to get confused and think that I'm not confident of that. I am very confident of my identities. Like, I mean, at some point I did struggle with them. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm not gonna say I'm a perfect person. Like, I was always happy to be African American, Muslim, woman. No, I struggled with it, but I eventually built myself to love all those attributes of myself. And I don't let people mess with me. Like, people do wanna like, treat me bad just because, but I don't let that happen. So you'll see a lot of that when I post some stuff. So thank you. You'll see more of my videos, inshallah. So basically in this video I covered who I am, what's my name, my background, what's my main concern, and what's some of the stuff that I will be talking about. And yes, I will be going over some of like inspirational messages, and you will see more from me, inshallah. So assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.